Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Snapbacks and Bow Ties. I'm your host, Michael Fabian, and we have a special Week 13 edition of the Fabe 4. Yes, we are in Week 13. It is December. The year's almost over. We're almost in the playoffs. It's time to start making that Christmas money. So let's hope that this Fabe 4 cashes in on a parlay and we all get rich today. But there's only one way to start that off, and that's with my team in Cleveland because they have big playoff game today against the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. Both teams are 8-3, locked into a playoff battle. Some are even competing. Both actually are competing for a division crown, and it's going to be a much better matchup than what we've seen in 2019, where the Titans shellacked the Browns 43-13 in the home opener. The public has been going back and forth on this game. The line has been teeter-tottering between 4, 5, and 6. And I understand why. You have the number one rush offense in the Cleveland Browns and the number 2 rush offense in the Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, he's averaging 114.3 yards per game. That's first in the NFL. You also have Baker, who hasn't been so bad. Not to my liking, but to everybody else's liking. Last week finished 19 of 29 for 289 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I think his stats are only going to get better this week against a pass defense that is not able to generate any type of pass rush. So the weather's going to be around 47 degrees in Tennessee. You got a 5-mile-an-hour winds. Kevin Stefanski is a much better coach than Freddie Kitchens. Cleveland has a better defense, even though both are bottom tier against the pass this year. They're both absolutely atrocious against the spread. Browns 1-4 on the road. Tennessee Titans 3-3 at home. So where am I going to go with this? The Browns cannot afford to get blown out again. It's just not going to happen. Baker Mayfield would. This is a contract game. Jimmy Haslam and the fans are looking at this game to evaluate him for his long-term future in Cleveland. I think that they're able to hold on to the 5 that I got them at no matter what. So I like the Cleveland Browns +5 today. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints versus the Atlanta Falcons. And I know this is not one of those playoff games or a playoff implication games, but it's also a division game, a big division game at that. 2 rivals in the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are at home. They're getting 3 points, so automatically I already love it because division game at home, getting 3 points already got me intrigued. Dan Quinn, since his firing, the Falcons are 4-2. They're on a tear. You have Julio Jones and Todd Gurley being reactivated today, so we get that matchup between Julio Jones and Marshawn Lattimore. Then on top of it, the Falcons have a top 10 pass defense, and they're going against Taysom Hill today. They're not going against Drew Brees. Where do I see this game going? The Saints have the number 1 defense in the NFL. They are giving up only 284.9 yards per game. They are 3-3 against the spread on the road. The Falcons are 1-0 as home underdogs. They're 2-4 at home against the spread. But the biggest thing about this is the division game. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons getting points at home. That's an upset pick in a way because the Atlanta Falcons should be nowhere near this game. But like I said, if you followed along from the beginning, the Atlanta Falcons are much better than what their record displays, and they are not going to fall into that top 10 pick. They're going to fall into a mediocre top 15, top 18 pick in the NFL draft and be much better than what people believe them to be. Next, we have the LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are once again getting 2.5 points at home. Last time I've messed around with a Kyler Murray game, it ended in him taking a knee and ending my hopes of cashing in on a parlay. So, what am I going to do again? I'm going to double down. It's a divisional game at home, and you're getting points. I just explained to you why I love that already in the game previous to this with this New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The Rams are 4-4 as favorites. They are 3-3 on the road, and they're 1-2 in the division. The Arizona Cardinals are 3-1 as underdogs. They're 2-3 at home, and they're 2-1 in the division. So almost complete opposites against the spread, and it kind of offsets that favorite that is going on with the 2.5 points. The Cardinals were beat twice last year by the Rams, so they're going to be chomping at the bit to get back at the Los Angeles Rams. This is the first meeting in 2020. They'll meet again at the end of the regular season, and you have 2 of the most outspoken players in the NFL going against head-to-head, one-on-one, D-Hop and Jalen Ramsey. Kyler had a poor performance last week, and superstars do not allow that to happen twice. I repeat, superstars do not allow bad performances to happen back-to-back and twice, especially when you're under the microscope and this late into the season. So guess what? We're going another underdog. That's 3 straight underdogs. The Browns, the Falcons, and now the Cardinals. So we got the Browns +5, the Falcons +3, and the Cardinals +2.5. Finally, the last game. And I hate to do this to my Eagles fans, but it's time that we had a conversation. And I'm going to go to the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are -8 in this game. They're favorites, and as they should. I thought it would have been worse. That's why I jumped all over this. They have one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles, they are in despair. It is time to move on from Howie Roseman, and it's time to move on from Doug Peterson because they look lost. That team that's out there should not be fielding in the NFL. That is not a team that you want in the NFL. Lacks talent, lacks everything. And Doug Peterson almost looks as if he's confused out there, doesn't know what he's doing with the play calling. Did read that he will be turning over some of his play calling. Regardless, it is time to see what the Jalen Hurts era might even possibly have now that you watch Carson Wentz unfold, and he might even be more broken than what we ever could imagine. So who do I got today? You have the team that has the most touchdowns through the air. They're 6 in passing. Philadelphia doesn't have a bad pass defense, but it does not matter. The Green Bay Packers are 7-4 against the spread, whereas the Philadelphia Eagles are 4-7. The NFC East, we are trying to figure out a way to get them out of the playoffs, strip them of their playoff bid, and turn it over to a more deserving team out of the NFC West, or even potentially the NFC South. So where am I going with that game? I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be 30 degrees in Lambeau, so it might be cold, but 1 mile an hour winds. 2% chance of precipitation, so shouldn't be much of a factor into the offensive flow. So I'm going with the Green Bay Packers -8, probably going to get ugly. And who is my bonus game? We're going to go Monday night. You see a lot of people are taking the 49ers. That game's going to be in Arizona because California is suffocating people with their tyranny and has now forced an NFL team to move out of their stadium and go to Arizona just so they could play. Unbelievable. So I'm going to go with the Bills +1 against the 49ers, and that game will be found tomorrow night at 8:15. Don't forget, we got 2 games tomorrow. The Washington Redskins versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Watch out. Could be a really close game. And then you also will have the Buffalo Bills and the 49ers to end the night. Thank you guys for tuning in to Snapbacks and Bow Ties. This is the Fave 4. I hope that you guys cash in as well as I do. I will see you guys this upcoming week on Wednesday. Take care, God bless, and most of all, cash in. Thank you.